We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Please turn on your TV and watch Fox. But I know you're not here to see me. You're here to see Miss Najimy. So everybody, please give a big round of applause for this actress. She has done so much work. I cannot wait for y'all to meet her and learn what she has done in her past, what she's doing in the future. I know a lot of you are excited to hear about Hocus Pocus, Sister Act. She voiced Peggy Hill with King of the Hill. She has done so much. So let's give a round of applause for Najimy.
Long line of people who I owe money to. So that was great. It's a very enthusiastic crowd, and they're very particular. Like I've done a lot of things in my very long life, and people knew exactly which project they wanted a picture of or a video of or whatever. So no, I'm having a good time so far.
So you flew in from New York.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit so far your experience in South Carolina, what you expected. Have you been here before? Is it a little different?
I'm sure I've been to South Carolina before because they do a lot of filming here, as they do in Atlanta and used to be Chicago. So I've been here before for filming, but not for a con that I can remember, not for an event like this. I wish I could say something about the city, but I flew in at about 1 a.m. last night. I unpacked, and then I woke up, and then they drugged me here almost in my nightgown. And so far, if y'all are representative, then I like it very much here.
Perfect. We're so glad that you're here. I know a lot of people are excited to get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit, how did you start in your career? I know you had a show for a while before getting into Broadway, and I know you did theater as well. So tell me a little bit about starting out. How did you get started, and why did you decide to take the career path you did?
You know, I think you ever decide, I think it's sort of decided for you and just where your passions go and creativity, where you're pulled. And I've always made plays in my backyard and fairs and carnivals. And we grew up lower working class, so we had to sort of make it fun with games and skits. And so I've done that my whole life. And then I met a woman named Mo, an actress, and we put a show together. You seen the Kathy and Mo show? The Kathy and Mo show, which is a feminist play that I wrote and performed it with Mo, and we ran on off-Broadway for, gosh, 20 years, and then we made 2 HBO specials, which you can get on Amazon. So that was the first real part of my life, was doing the Kathy and Mo show. And then I was lucky enough to do a Broadway play about Mae West. Y'all under 40 don't know who that is, but it's called Dirty Blonde, and that was a brilliant opportunity to play Mae West on Broadway. And my first film ever was a film called The Fisher King. And I went in, Terry Gilliam was the director. And so he said, I heard a lot about you from the Kathy and Mo show. He said, so do you want to be a star? And I said, not necessarily. I'd like to be in your film, but I don't have to be a star. And he said, I like your attitude. So that was my first movie. That was with Robin Williams and Jeff Bridges and Clayton Jewell. And then I took small parts, Soap Dish, and This Is My Life, all these other little things until Sister Act 1. And yeah, people loved that movie. That was good, right? And that was sort of my breakout role. And from there, I just done, I think, 30 films and lots and lots and lots and lots of television shows.
Yeah, I know that you're working on a few right now, so I want to get to that in a little bit. I know a lot of folks' favorite Halloween show is Hocus Pocus. That kind of signifies Halloween for a lot of people. We have some people dressed up right here.
We have 2 of the sisters. Where's the 3rd sister?
Halloween show for people to watch to get them in the mood. I know that so many folks are just excited to continue to watch. It's really classic now. Did you expect that going into that role?
It's such a good question because some films that we did, I totally expected them to be successful just because of the feeling about it and when it came out. Hocus Pocus came out that weekend. You know, they judge the success of a movie by how much it makes the first weekend. And then, oh, there's Minnie in the back. I'm like, oh, look, it's all three of them. Could all the Hocus Pocus switches stand up so I can see you? Look at back there. Oh, I got it. Hocus Pocus came in last, dead last of the weekend. And so we were like, oh my God, it was so hard to make it. It was 6 months of like visit. We thought, oh well, you know, movies come and go. You make them, you never know what's going to happen with them. And then, so it didn't do well in the theaters, but then slowly on TV, generation after generation, we show it to their kids, and then their kids, and then their kids. And that's how we think Hocus Pocus has been going. We just celebrated, we just celebrated the 25th anniversary in Hollywood, yeah. But it's, yeah, people love it now. It's just always, thank God for the Disney Channel.
Carried it through, right? What's been your favorite, since you have done so much, you've done voiceover work, you've been on Broadway, theater, what has been your favorite, do you have a favorite role, or are they all just so different? You can't choose?
No, it's so interesting because I usually judge about the experience I had. You know, but like watching it is a different thing. So some I would see it afterwards and go, oh, that's good. But the experience maybe wasn't my favorite, you know. But I probably can say the Kathy and Mo show and King of the Hill. I did a cartoon called King of the Hill. Yeah. We were so lucky to do King of the Hill, man. That was great writing. I really care a lot about writing. Such great writing. Every Wednesday, a script would come to your door at home, and I would get it, and for 13 seasons, maybe 22, 24 episodes a season, I can't think of one script where I didn't go, these are damn good writers. It was really good writing. And they were very collaborative. They let us come up with the parts of the characters and how we thought they should talk, and somebody brought me a bottle game to sign today. Are those guys here? Yeah. Oh, and so that idea of Peggy playing bottle, because I'm a crazy freak game. I love games, all games. Partly because we grew up not with a lot of dough, so we play games. And so they made Peggy bottle champion, which was great. And because I'm from San Diego, which is so close to the border, everybody in San Diego had really good Spanish accents. So I thought it would be funny to give Peggy a really horrible Spanish accent. So it was really, the actors we worked with, Pam Siegel Adlon, and Mike Judge, and Johnny Hardwick, and Stephen Root, and I mean, just was the most brilliant cast. So I would have to say King of the Hill is up there.
That's fun when you get the script and read it. You say, I can dig this. It makes it
13 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Do you have a mentor who helps you throughout life when it comes to acting, when it comes to just helping you improve or with coaching you? Did you have anyone helping you along the way that you really looked up to? Or?
No, we couldn't really afford anything like acting lessons, although I did get tap dancing lessons once in elementary school. That was fun. But I had idols that I didn't know that now I know. Bette Midler was a huge idol of mine. Yeah, from Hocus Pocus. And I did some crazy things to Bette Midler, to try to find Bette Midler. I listened to all the records of, does anybody know who Bette Midler is? I found out where she was playing once at the Hollywood Bowl, and I went, and after it was over, I jumped on stage with guards running after me, and literally running, and I was backstage pulling open every door until there she was, and I was like, hi. She said, hi. And I said, I love you. And she said, thanks. And I said, okay, and I turned away, and then she said, wait, what's your name? And I said, Kathy. She said, thanks, Kathy. Now the guards got me and pulled me off. And then one time, she was at another outdoor theater in Los Angeles, and me and my friend Greg took the bus from San Diego. And big, I was a singing telegrams were big during that time. Do you know what singing telegrams are? So I couldn't fit into like the little messenger outfit that they had, so I wore a big furry bunny suit. And so I took the bus up with Greg, and I said, telegram for Miss Fiddler. I was just making it up, it was just for me. And I hopped back, I waited for an hour, and then I hopped backstage into her little dressing room, she was surrounded by the little famous people. And I'm hopping up and down, and she looks up and sees this 200-pound bunny hopping up, and she says, oh my God! And I hopped in, and I sang her a song that I made up, and then I hopped out to where the limos were waiting, and I passed out cold along. So I had a lot. So when I met her on the first day of Hocus Pocus, she didn't know any of this. She didn't know I was the crazy lady backstage. She didn't know that I was the bunny. She didn't know any of that. But the interesting part of the story is that right after I did the singing telegram as the bunny, she came out in a movie called Beaches, where she was an actress who made a living as a big, white, furry, singing telegram bunny.
The inspiration for it all.
Yes, so it took me a while when we were on set to like let things out slowly about, you know that bunny? That was me. And the lady, I went into her house in New York and knocked on the door. It was crazy, I should have been arrested so many times. So she was an inspiration. Gloria Steinem has been a great inspiration. Lily Tomlin is a great inspiration. I think Patricia Arquette is like one of the best actresses now ever, so she is lots of inspiration. Santa, I love Santa. Claus.
Love it, that's awesome. Okay, let's talk about what you're doing now, because you have a lot of different projects going on that you're working on. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
I'm producing and directing a lot. I'm producing a documentary right now about the people who voted for this particular president, and I feel like both sides should get together. We need to come up with some kind of unity to move forward as a country with some good morals and humanity. No matter what, we can't live in our lives. No matter what side of the line you're on, that heart is big now, and it's going to be over. That's just one thing I think we're all is the loss of life. I'm doing that. I'm on a show called Veep, which just ended, and a show called Younger, for you young folks, Younger. And I am on, two new things I was telling you about backstage. My friend Amy Poehler has produced an animated cartoon for nighttime called Duncanville, and it's really funny and great, so I'm a voice on that. And then I'm on, something called, The Rocketeer. Remember the Rocketeer movie from the 90s? Okay, Disney Junior has remade it over to be, the Rocketeer is now Kit. She's female. And her family, she comes from a Lebanese family, and I'm Lebanese. I've never, my whole life, got to see on TV another Lebanese family, except for Danny Thomas 1,000 years ago. So I play her mom, and we get to talk about all kinds of Arabic food. It's just the best job ever. It's really well written. That's coming out, they just announced it, The Rocketeer. And that's for the kids.
Is there anything else you want to tell the audience before we open up some
I want to hear what they
Q&As?
want to know. Let's answer your question.
All right, let's get to it. So we have our microphone up here. Our first question.
It's like the Phil Donahue show.
Hi, I'm Dominique Moore. I just have a question about the controversy about there's another Hocus Pocus 2 coming out.
Oh, she's asking, there's a Hocus Pocus 2, people ask me a lot. I'm not really Disney. All I do is wait until the next person offers me a job, and if it sounds interesting to me and I can do it, I do, but we don't produce them, so we don't know. I guess you have to tweet at Disney Films or something. Yeah.
Good
I
question.
wish I could answer. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I've followed your career for a long time.
Thank you.
You need to tell all of that. That's the bar scene in Sister Act 2.
Oh, yes.
What
Wait, are you sure Sister Act 1 had the bar scene with the motorcycle guys?
Yeah, with
That
the
was
orange.
Sister Act 1.
Okay, yeah, that one. You go in there and you're just like, and then you just let like,
That was a really fun night. We filmed that in Los Angeles. The church that we filmed at was both in San Francisco and Los Angeles, but that bar was in West LA, and it really was a biker bar, although we sort of cast it ourselves. And that was a really fun night because we got to dance. I always like to dance, and that was a really fun time to dance. Thank you. She said she grew up with nuns. We won't get into that. Thank you so much. That was a fun night.
Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to say I'm a fan of yours as well. I have to ask, with Sister Act 1, what was it like working with Whoopi Goldberg?
It was great working with Whoopi because I had already known her for 10 years. I met Whoopi when she was Karen Johnson, before she changed her name. She moved from New York to San Diego with her then 3-year-old daughter, Alexandra. And we knew each other, and I used to take Alex to preschool. And then we both got in the first political theater paying job in San Diego. There was 4 of us, me, Whoopi, and 2 others. And we traveled around and did plays about the environment and working conditions and equality and things like that. It was so much fun. And people, because we have many films together, people say like, oh, are you in her contract or is she in your contract? Did you know? But honest to God, I walked onto Soap Dish and I said, you're in this? She said, you're in this? Then I walked on to Sister Act 1. I said, you're in this? She said, you're in this? So, and then we did Sister Act 2 and then we called Rat Race together too. Yeah, but every single time it was a surprise. There was no secret, contract anywhere that we have to work together. But I just saw her. We did a Sister Act reunion on The View, and that was a lot of fun. Did you all see that, anybody? Yes, it was fun. Now, Whoopi's dead set on there being a Sister Act 3. So tweet her and tell her if you want to, because she really wants to do it. She's just got to get Touchstone to say yes. It's good because the costumes are so comfortable.
It's definitely a plus, I bet.
I'm also a huge fan of yours. I think you are hysterical. And I love hearing personally everyone asking you about Sister Act because that is my favorite connection to you. Love Sister Act so much. And she was such a funny character. And so I'm just wondering if there's any part of her character that resonates with who you are.
I don't know, it's such an actory thing to say, but I think in everything you do, there's some of you. There's a lot of her that I am not. I'm not perpetually cheerful, as you would ask Mary, my table mate. That she is, I base that on a character, I don't know if any of you will remember, on Entertainment Tonight, there used to be a host called Mary, what was her name? Does anybody know? Oh gosh. Mary Hart. Mary Hart on Entertainment Tonight. Mary Hartman. And I literally was going to an audition. I had 5 auditions for Sister Act, and it was while I was doing the Kathy and Mo show in San Francisco. So I'd wake up, fly to LA, audition, fly back, do the show that night, wake up, fly to LA. It was a lot. But I remember thinking, what am I going to do for this character? And I turned on Entertainment Tonight, and there was Mary Hartman, and she was talking about Soap Dish, which I was in with Sally Field. And she said, oh, Sally Field, you got a lover? And I thought, oh, that's my nun. So I went in and did I love everything, I really do. That's how I did the nun, and the rest is history. I owe her a lot of houses.
Good question. This little girl in the back in the pink shirt.
Then there's a young man behind Lena there. Robinson. Hi.
My name is Haley, and my question is, what was your favorite thing about playing in Hocus Pocus?
Hi, Haley. How old are you? Two. Neely, did you come by my table?
No, ma'am.
Well, you have to, because I'll give you the speech that I give everybody, which is you can do anything you want to do, don't let anyone tell you you can. You can be anything you want to be. High five, welcome to the presidency. Oh, so, my favorite thing about, was it Hocus Pocus, or she asked? My favorite thing about Hocus Pocus was the flying. I loved the flying. Sarah Jessica really loved the flying. We take the New York Times up there and just say, no, don't bring us down in between or for lunch, and we just hang up there. And the flying was so much fun. I loved it. We gotta try it. But I jumped out of 2 airplanes. Has anybody jumped out of airplanes? It's so fun, isn't it?
Yeah, highly recommend it. But make sure you have a parachute before you do it.
But you don't have to be like athletic. You just jump. You don't have to do anything. I've done it twice. My husband won't me do it now because we have a kid. Well, she's 22.
Still your baby, right?
Why don't you walk up here? Because guess what? They're never gonna guess you. You who looks like somebody in a rock band from the 70s. You handsome man. Yes, come here. Oh, there you go.
First of all, thank you. Sister Act is a great film. I don't think anybody here is going to dispute that. I'm more of a King of the Hill fan, so it's going to be more geared towards that. First of all, thank you for portraying, one of those funny TV moms for so long. You mentioned the writers were very friendly, very collaborative, and open to the suggestions that you guys would bring in. How would you say playing Peggy over 13 seasons changed? Because I would say, as you fan, you watch one episode of season 1, you watch season 3, some of it, still, there's a core there, there's certain little, idiosyncrasies that are different. How would you say playing Peggy kind of changed for you over the 13 years?
That's a good question. I think as I got more confident with her, she got more confident with the world, and she definitely had points of view. I love that she had her musings in the paper, the community paper. I love that she was a teacher, a substitute teacher. And I was telling somebody earlier, I love that she spoke bad English. I just love it so much. I really love that. What are some of your favorite episodes? I'll tell you mine. Mine were when she jumped out of the plane and broke all of her, and this was a very Meryl Streep moment for me because I insisted on recording the whole, so she jumps out of the plane and she breaks all her bones. So I insisted on recording that flat on the ground. With the mic hanging down like this. So I did the whole thing like this. Because I said, she wouldn't sound like she's sitting up because she's laying down. I mostly just wanted to lay down. But I liked that one. I liked when the girl gets kidnapped in Mexico. That was a great one. That was a great one. And just last night, here in South Carolina, I turned on the TV and there was an episode of King of the Hill, and it was the Twister episode. Do you know that? Yeah, where Hank's all his clothes get pulled off. Yeah. I forgot what your question was. Something. Oh, yeah. So I really, yes. As an actor and as a writer myself, good writing to me is everything. Everything. So that it was such good writing. They were very collaborative. The actors were genius. I was pregnant with my daughter when I auditioned for King of the Hill. So I had my daughter the first season, and they had a playroom for us, and we all brought our kids every single record. So I got to be with my daughter every time. And it was just, no hair, no makeup, no line memorizing, no wardrobe fittings. You show up in your pajamas with a jelly donut, and you get to just act through one thing. I really prefer it. I almost now exclusively do voiceovers because I have so many projects in the works, not fancy, but my producing and directing things, that the voiceover are so great and easy, especially if they're good writing The Rocketeer and Duncanville. Writing. Oh, Paris. Oh, hi you guys. You missed, we gave everybody a free TV. But we do have a Hershey bar and a bakery. Yes, anybody, yes. Did I answer your question?
Hi. So another cabinet movie that you're in.
that I'm fond of is the Scream Team. And I really love you in that movie, and Eric Idle, who is one of the funniest guys ever, and Kat Dennings, whose career exploded since then. Do you have any fun memories filming that?
She's talking about it, thank you for that, a TV movie called The Scream Team for Disney. And it was Eric Idle, it was Kat Dennings, who's now on Two Broke Waitresses or something, Two Broke Girls. And who was the other guy? We were trying to remember, he was so funny. Tommy Davidson! Yes, he was great. That was so much fun because the theme of it, the idea of it was that we were all dead. And we were the place that people stopped before they like go somewhere else. Yeah. And I was like the head of the office, but in a big burnt wedding gown, so I must have like died at my wedding. I don't remember. But that was fun because you know why? The people that I was playing with were really funny. It was really a lot of fun. And plus I got to play really mean and vicious, which is not like me at all. Brown shirt back there. Stand up. Yeah, you. I want to see your outfit. Oh, look at you. What are you?
Dad.
Anakin Skywalker, Star Wars.
Oh, there you go. Can we have applause for some Skywalker?
Okay, my question is, I'm a huge Steve Hill fan. I just want you, can you say that her from Catchface? When she played Marco?
Oh, yeah.
Melly right in front of you.
Hi, I'm Hannah. So my question for you is there ever a film that maybe you were supposed to be cast for that you kind of decided against, or on the opposite spectrum, you wanted to be cast for, but you weren't accepted?
Very like Barbara Walters' question. Thank you. One teardrop drip. Yes, I wanted to be in something called The Mirror Has Two Faces that my friend, do you know that movie? And my friend Todd Graff wrote it and said, I wrote this for you, but the good news is the person that he got was Barbara Streisand. So I felt like, okay, I would have done that too. And then the one I turned down was what was the character that Hilary Duff played a long time ago? Lizzie McGuire. It was like Lizzie McGuire goes to Italy. And I had just had Sammy, my daughter, so I passed on it. But you know who got it was Alex Bornstein. It was really cool. White Glove.
Hi, my name is Kate. I have a question. Did you ever not like the movies you were in?
1,000 times. You know, it's a good job, but it's a job. And just anybody here love your work you're in every single day? God bless you're on drugs if you do. You do? Every single day? That's a good job, yeah. The humanitarian work that I do almost every single day, I really love. That's the work I choose to do, yeah. But, you know, just to be honest with you, it's not fun every day and it's not easy. You know, you get in there at 5:30 in the morning and they put makeup all over you and squeeze clothes on you and then you have to memorize lines. And, you know, I'm not complaining, there are jobs that it's a well-paid job and it allows me to get my point of view out there when I go on talk shows and stuff. And I've met so many brilliant people, but I'm not going to lie and say every single day is like Twinkie Land. No, some days you're in a bad mood, you know, just like you guys. It's the same thing. It really is. Yes.
Hi. I absolutely love you in Hocus Pocus. And also, I came to I Smell Children. And also, have you watched the parody of the Hollywood sisters doing Hocus Pocus?
You know, there's a lot of parodies on the internet of both men and women doing Hocus Pocus, and it's always hilarious to me. And if you come by my table, I'll sign an autograph for you and say that line.
about Medea Christmas. I wanted to ask you what that was like working with Tyler Perry and also Larry the Cable Guy. So.
Well, thank you for mentioning my humanitarian work because it's what I learned to be in life, as I'm sure many of the things you're passionate about. I did a movie called Medea Christmas with, handsome Tyler Perry. And it was so much fun. At first I was like, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. I had so much fun. First of all, Tyler not only is in it, but he directs it. So he's in that gown with the big girdle and the wig, and he's like, okay, cut, we're gonna do number 2, and he's walking in the nylons, and like, it's so hilarious. And he is a really quick filmer. Like I was hired to do 3 months, and I ended up only having to go 9 days, and I filmed 4 for that whole entire 5 maybe, for that whole movie. He's so quick, so much fun, really hilarious, hardly ever gives a note, just lets you do what you want to do. Have any of you seen Medea Christmas? There's 1,000 Medeas, yeah. It's really, he's a very talented person, yeah.
Are there any movies that you did a lot of improv, that it wasn't scripted and you came up with something on the spot and kind of made it your own?
Most of my roles I improv, and they're pretty nice about letting me do that. Yeah. I wrote a lot of the Medea, I didn't write it, but I improv a lot of Medea Christmas. A lot of Sister Act and a lot of Hocus Pocus, If you have a director who trusts you, they'll tell you yes or no. No, they will let you know, but I've had some good, just a Hallmark TV show, which is known for being like very strict with the script. They were really nice. They let me say anything I wanted. I had a good time. It's called Good Witch. There's a witch theme in my life. Yes. Oh, sorry. You saw the Good Witch? Yeah. Hallmark Channel. Yeah. It was so Catherine Bell. It was so much fun. I was nervous because I don't really stay on book a lot. I just come up with my own stuff, and they were so supportive. Yeah. And great craft service. Great luncheons.
It's just a little girl right here with her hands up.
Cinderella just came in the room. Oh no, Cinderella's leaving the room. Bye, Cinderella. It's gonna turn into a pumpkin.
Okay, so I feel like every actor or actress has I got recognized in the public story that stands out in their mind. Do you have one that stands out here?
Oh, about I was out in public just being Kathy and I got recognized? A lot, but you mean like an extraordinary one? Oh, one of my favorites is, my best friend is Kristen Chenoweth. Do you know Kristen Chenoweth? She's a good one. She's just a walking heart on a stick. She is a good one. We were in a movie called The Descendants together, a TV franchise, yeah. I think the third one just came out, yeah. So, my favorite is being out in public with her because we'll be walking with our lemonade and our, Wetzel's pretzels or whatever. And, we're both tired or grumpy or whatever, and people will walk by and they'll say, hi, Kathy, and I'll go hi, and they'll go, hi, Kristen, and she will morph into the most interested, sparkly person ever, give them all of her attention, sing their favorite song, do a twirl, and go off. And then I'm like, how do you do that? So I wish I was, I bet, you know what, I'm just really, really, real me all the time. Because I feel like you should just be, if I'm not on stage, I just don't, we all have like bummer days and good days and depressed days, and that's how I am. But I haven't been recognized, and a weird thing happened. The other day I was doing a show, I just did a play, a show that I wrote with my friend Deb Messing, who's on Will and Grace. She's the smartest, best person ever on earth. Oh, she's so politically brave and great. And we were off on the street in between rehearsals buying things we don't need. And a family came up to us and we were happy to meet them, but before I knew it, I realized we were completely surrounded with no exit. And I felt like it was Lord of the Flies or Lord of the Rings or one of the Lord of Us. And I thought, oh God, this is going to be the enemy. There's going to be like a little pile of dust and like some of my hair extensions just on the ground. That was a little bit scary. But no, people are really nice, they're respectful, and I'm not that huge of a star, so I don't cause a fury or anything. What about you? Do you get recognized?
You know how many bunny seal stories and jumping up, trying to get your attention?
You. Yes, but holding your arm.
Have you ever liked riding the vacuum cleaner in Hocus Pocus?
Yes, I actually did ride the vacuum cleaner in Hocus Pocus. It was so much fun, and I recommend it. It was so much fun. The flying was so much fun. They built my broom out of a car seat. So, because we would be up there for so long, and you know, I'm not a tiny person, so we had like a car seat that I sat on that I flew with the broom, with the vacuum. Yeah.
How long did it take for hair and makeup for Hocus Pocus? Because you're
Especially when we were really old in the first part. We were older in the first part. We had like long fake noses and things, and so that was like 4 a.m. Ugh. But then when we sort of come to an older, not old age, that was easier. But I'm going to say 4 hours at the beginning to maybe 2 hours at the end. Yeah. Blonde wig. Yes, you.
I'm going to do her first.
Wait, I want to know, are you a character, or is that your choice for today? Your character? What is it? What is it? A murder mystery? That's exciting. Do you have a question, my love? My favorite part of playing Mary? Flying. The flying and the dancing and singing behind. So if you can imagine, I'm a huge Bette Midler freak my whole life, and then all of a sudden I'm on Marlette, I'm behind her dancing while she's singing and singing with her. So that was crazy in my little, like, 16-year-old mind. I was like, I can't believe it. I'm singing and dancing with Bette Midler. That was really fun. Kenny Ortega, the director, is a choreographer, and so he's big on dance. So that was a really fun number. I posted on it. It was so much fun.
I'm wondering, The Fisher King is one of my favorite films. I always cry, more so even now. I'm just wondering if there was a time that you got to spend a lot of time around Robin Williams, and if so, what that was like, and if anything stands out to you.
Can you raise your hand up? I was looking for you the whole time. Oh, you're right here. You're right under my skirt. Robin Williams, yeah. Robin Williams was a genius, and it was an honor to be with him and Jeff Bridges and Mercedes Ruehl in my first movie. I went on to become friends with Robin. He was always so supportive. He did a lot of work at the San Diego Comedy Store, in the comedy scene in San Diego. So, and he did a lot of work with Whoopi, obviously. So we were around each other a lot. He was just, I know people say genius a lot. Genius. But you know, I mean, this is a talk about coffee later, but I feel like when someone's done, it's up to them, and I bless it and release it.
Was there anything that really stood out in your mind whenever you worked on Hocus Pocus that was like your favorite scene?
Scene in Hocus Pocus? I mean, other than the musical number, that was really fun. You know, when we got to do stunts, like there was one time when somebody came in and we all fell on the ground on top of each other or something, and that was really fun because I had a stunt double. I felt like, you know, the like $100,000 man. What was it called? The bad, what was it about again? What is it? $6 million man. With inflation, I made it $100,000 man. So the stunts were really fun, the dancing was fun, the flying was fun. Craft service was not so fun because it was like all open bowls of food with 1,000 kids that we worked with, so all of us were sick all the time. Well, you gotta go into the peanut M&Ms, but you don't know who's been here before you.
We're starting to run out of time, so we're going to take one more.
Hello. What was it like getting to be a part of the Descendants movie?
He's asking about the Descendants movie. Well, Kenny Ortega directed that, and he had directed Hocus Pocus, and he had directed another movie I did with him called Change of Heart. So and I just last week got to give him a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah, it was so exciting. It was so exciting. I did this big speech about him, and at the end I said, this year, they're letting the presenter put her hand in it as well, but I just made that up. The Descendants was fun because my best friend, Chris Chenoweth, was in it, so we got to spend 3 weeks together in Los Angeles, so that was a lot of fun. And also, there's the pre-villains who were younger and then now, right? So the pre-villains, we thought my character was so big that she would have like 1,000 facelifts. So, can you hold this up to me? So I said I wanted these tapes that some ladies in Hollywood wear, and they're tapes all like this, and then they attach to wires, so my whole face was like this. And so that was my one-free facelift. So that was really, really fun, doing the younger version of her. Just being on the set with Kenny and those kids, and Dub and Evie and Cameron and Steph. It was great. It was a lot of fun. And we were so hammy and over the top. It was really no self-acting in that.
And Kathy, where can people find you next? Because we're going to go next door and do some photos and signatures, correct?
I'm going to be at the top of 2 blocks away from there. You mean find me next to my career?
Both that and after this.
Oh, Mary, where's my table? Come up here, Mary. Because you guys should come to my table. I mean, to buy things, but also to chat. What, do you know where my table's located? Oh. I have a professional photo op at 4 o'clock, and my table is right next door.
Correct.
Yes, thank you. That's Mary, everybody. You guys have been lovely. It was a long Q&A. The questions were really great. Thank you so much. You're good at what you do. You're the vice president. All right, bye, you guys. Thank you.
Cut the chit chat and log on. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. Yep, we are the nerds. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.